Hey everyone, Animal here, and welcome back to the next episode of our Super Mario 63, not Let's Play, but walkthrough. In the last episode, we defeated Bowser, and the key turned out to be cursed and teleported us here. And this is our second tutorial world. What is introduced here is very cool. You may have noticed these F.L.U.D. boxes that used to be grayed out. Here we have the Turbo F.L.U.D. What does the Turbo F.L.U.D. do? Let me show you. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. If it wasn't lagging, it'd be cooler. And if I didn't have turbo, it would be... Dang it. Okay, every time I play this game, I never get to read that text because I'm already holding down the button, so, I mean, you can walk on water, you can do all sorts of things. And that's what this tutorial is all about, is your new nozzles. This, I do believe, is the last tutorial you will have. If you're doing simple parkour like this, I highly recommend that you don't use it. It's going to end up turning against you. But right here, we get to use it. No, I do not like that. By the way, those two switches, in case you're wondering, were for this platform to appear, so if it seemed kind of pointless for me to be doing that, it wasn't. Just so you guys know. And... oh gosh, you again. And then we can continue on over to here. Oh gosh. Kind of scared me for a second. Alright. Here we have our next nozzle, and this is our final nozzle that we'll get in the game, the Rocket F.L.U.D. What does the Rocket F.L.U.D. do? Ba-boomba. Ba-boomba. Very useful in certain situations. It does, if you'll notice, take away 5 each time you use it. So, alright, here we have the hover nozzle for the simple parkour, which hover nozzle is always what you want for that type of parkour. Anyways, right here, this is Renault trying to get you to have no choice but to use one of these Turbo F.L.U.D.s. Or not Turbo F.L.U.D.s, just regular hover. And that's why there's so many. And why would he do that? So that you could finally learn the shift, which I actually taught to you guys earlier. But basically, you can switch now. So we're gonna go from rocket to hover to turbo. I can't think of the names. I just think of just shift until you got the right one. I guess I just think of the pictures. But anywho, yeah, that was the little tutorial. So we can go ahead and grab ourselves the Shine Sprite. Now, keep in mind that we still do have the key. We still got it safe and sound. But we can now unlock the basement. Now, these doors over here were open since the beginning. You could always go down there. But we couldn't go into this door, and we actually needed some shine sprites to enter this door as well, which leads to the backyard. But for now, we can go ahead and stick this in. And I'll show you what we have unlocked so far. So far, we have unlocked 2 secrets, which I'll show you a little bit later. And this course, the Hazy Maze Cave, which we're not going to be covering in this episode. This episode, we're actually going to be doing one little secret, it's not even really a secret, that is vital for completing the rest of that basement. So we're actually going to go back here to the basement, which by now you should have plenty of shines for. If you go over there, there's nothing for now. If you go over here, this actually leads you to... yeah, I know. This will lead you to a mini-boss, and that boss just happens to be Kamek. So there are 2 of these boss fights in the game. And essentially, Kamek fights you for a little bit, and then he makes a boss for you and attacks you. It's very simple. Basically, the red, yellow, and blue spawn an enemy. The green, blue, and black explode. And then every now and then he'll just sort of fly by and do stuff like that and drop a blue coin for you. And then he'll also do that. So anyways, he basically just goes about doing this for a long time. Nothing too big. The music for this, by the way, is really cool. I highly recommend you listen to that. Then he spawns a pipe over there which continually spits out Goombas, as you can see. Yeah. Take advantage of these blue coins falling from the sky. You can very easily accumulate a lot of damage. Then he puts the same thing on the other side. Oh my goodness. Also keep in mind that you can use the bomb-ombs to hit the Goombas or other bomb-ombs and set off sort of little chain reactions. That also applies to the falling bombs. So just a couple of tips there. Then he finally gets fed up with you, and he gives you a little boss to play with. In this case, we get the Goombas. And keep in mind that those pipes are still spitting out Goombas. You simply have to ground pound him 3 times. Nothing too difficult. The way that he jumps sort of reminds me of gassed fireballs. If you'll watch here, see if I can make him jump. I don't know. Yeah, he'll jump, and then wherever you are at the time, he'll pound you. The jump isn't that dangerous if you're always on the move, basically. So yeah, 3 times, it's really not that bad. And then you will receive a green shine sprite, which may seem a little bit odd, but it's actually very, very important for the basement, and that is why we covered it here. So go ahead and collect your coins, and I didn't read that, but going back down here to the basement, we now have unlocked this door. And this door contains 2 more courses. The Haunted Boo Mansion, and this is another mini course. Whatever it's called, like Wet and Dry Land or something. And then this is where we fight Bowser. So, and then out here is the outside of the castle. So, yeah, this is where things start to really pick up as far as difficulty goes. So, yeah, you're going to want to keep that in mind, especially if things were going really easy for you the past couple of levels. You'll also start to notice that I'm going to start dying a little bit more often. So I guess that's a bonus for you guys, maybe not so much for me. But anyways, that is all for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care.